On this episode of the O2 Garage,
we take two massive big rims and shove them in the back of the Baja. I'm an idiot. Do you want to paint a rim?
yeah, sure do.
Do you want to paint it?
Yeah,
Well-
between me and you.
Well, look at this. We've got the rim there. We've got some etch primer as well. And we've got some Duramax black paint here, satin black. So I reckon we give this thing a paint.
Yep.
All right, what have you got in your hands?
Some wax and grease remover and a rag.
A rag? This looks like a pair of your old footy socks, mate. Smell that. All right, Tom, looking pretty good so far, mate. Here's how we do this, all right? Fold it in half. This is wax and grease remover. All right, go like that. All right, start at the top lip and work your way down, all right? One pass should give you, look at that. That's all the garbage that's on there, all right? All right, Tom, you've done a good job here, mate. Do you remember that time we masked up those Suzuki Swift GDI rims?
Yeah.
All right, so you know how to do this, mate. So what we have to do is get the old tape-a-rooney and tape around the edge of this, and then it's ready to spray. All right, mate, well, so that didn't really work. We tried to use that tape on there, but I reckon it's probably got like some silicone or something like that, so we're gonna use the old school cardboard trick. What do you reckon? Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
All right, mate,
I'll hold it.
I'll do the first one, and then maybe you can do the other side.
Yep.
This is the bit where you get to watch paint dry. All right, mate, so how does that look? It looks good. See, so that etch primer just seals the steel so it doesn't get rusty, all right? You use that cleaner to clean the crap off, and now you're going to paint this satin black on there. This is the back part, so I'm going to do this. You're doing the bit that everybody gets to see. Tom, that's actually looking really good, mate.
It's not too bad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You feel confident enough to do the black on it?
I don't know, I stuffed up quite a few times. And
You didn't do too badly, mate.
Yeah, stuffed up there, a bit of
Yeah.
a major.
Yeah? Mate, we can wipe that off. The rim's looking fantastic.
We'll see how we go for the black.
My little mate, I think you might have chosen the right colour scheme here for the wheels. What are your thoughts?
It looks like a NASCAR rim.
Are you hiccuping?
Yeah,
Are you?
yeah.
All right, go on, I'll give you $1 if you can hiccup. $1 right now. Go. $1. Hiccup.
Hang on.
Hiccup now. Hiccup now. Don't, no fake ones. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. $1. $1.
I did it.
You did not. That was a laugh.
I went like...
That wasn't
Check
even.
the
That was a
replay
laugh.
after.
There, you just made that one up.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. All right, start again.
You owe me $1.
Start again. Cut.
You owes me $1.
All right, mate. Take two. I think you did really well with the colour scheme on this one. This satin black looks killer, and it will dry even more. Hey?
Yeah.
You happy with that? You're the one that chose this, weren't you?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to go with that sort of raw steel look, just sort of give it, because it's got that really cool weld bead on the side of it when it was made in the US. But I reckon the black, and I think a lot of people watching the video will think the black's going to look killer. So,
Yeah, that black does look good.
what did you think about that?
It looks like a NASCAR rim.
It looks like a NASCAR rim.
Yeah.
Well, mate, we've done a fair bit, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. It's pretty good for day one.
Oh, it's a bit like how I feel at the moment. Okay, well, the time has finally arrived where we're going to put that big mamma jamma under the back of there. But what that also involves in us doing is getting all the bits and pieces that go on there, the hubs, the brakes and all that sort of stuff. And I've got a feeling whoever set it up prior didn't probably set it up correctly with all the right seals, because it was leaking and it was all over the joint. So let's go. First step is going to be to degrease all this stuff here, put it in this tub and get stuck into it. So Tom, what we're doing next is we're just making sure that we get all of the grease and oil out of the little holes in it, because we're going to give it a quick lick of paint to make it look nice and pretty. And there's a bit of grease going on here, because what I reckon happened last time is whoever set up the rear of this Volkswagen didn't have the seals correctly set up. Now, we've got all the new seals come through, so we're going to systematically work from axle to nut and make sure all those seals are in the right place. There's all sorts of things you can do to brake drums. You can obviously have them machined in bits and pieces and stuff like that. I think this just needs a quick clean up. We get them back on, because we'll just see how it goes. We can always pull them apart. But a quick go with a wire wheel on the drum inner surface and have a look at the difference it makes. It took off obviously the marks and bits and pieces left there, and it reverts it back to raw steel, and raw steel is what we need. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is I'm taking this backing plate, which is the brake backing plate, and it's got all the brake shoes and stuff. I'm going to dismantle this, completely degrease it, clean it down, clean up the brake shoes, check the wheel cylinder, which I don't think is leaking, which is a good sign, and then get it all back together and make all the hub seals at the same time. So I've just noticed something. The rear brakes on this Volkswagen were never very good, and all the seals, I've told you a couple of times, I was a bit dubious about it. This is the backing plate, and the backing plate normally sits like that, and it's got the shoes around it, and at the bottom is the adjuster. Now, I'll bring it in a bit closer here. You can see that this adjuster here is not the same as that side over there. Traditionally, they're balanced, so whoever adjusted these brakes had no idea what they were doing. So I managed to clean up all the brake shoes, and again they look a little bit so-so. But one of the little tricks you can do is take a little bit of sandpaper, give them a bit of a light sand, and with a little bit of work, boom, up they come. And they can still be usable, because bear in mind, brakes get water and all sorts of bits and pieces on them. Oil's not all that good for them, but you know, normally they're not too bad. These ones will clean up okay, and we can use them with those drums, no problem. Okay, so here we go. We're now down at the axle and the tube, and we've got to rebuild all the seals, put the backing plate on and get it all going. Now, one way of actually making this nice and simple is using one of these. And that is getting a picture off the internet which tells you exactly what goes where. Use that as your template, and it should all just fall into place. All right, Tom, well, this is the bit I've been waiting for. We've got our 15 by 10 inch custom steel rims, mate, and we're going to put them on the back of the Baja for the very first time, and I'm hoping that they're going to fit. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I reckon they will. I think they will just fit, but...
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed! All right, mate, well, look, that looks like it's about it. And as I said to you, remember, these are custom 15 by 10 inch rims. You remember those old 15 by 12s that just wouldn't work? Big rims, aren't they? But they're actually too big, aren't they?
Yeah.
About how far out do they sit?
Inch or two.
About an inch or two. So what we need to do is we need to get these stripped down, get them out to Tyres, and get him to cut them down, or possibly even put new barrels on them. Now, well, mate, these are custom made. Nick and the boys at Tyres, I am crossing my fingers to hope. I've put a bit of silicone spray on so that the camber of the Volkswagen can come back out. Now, the front of the car is still sitting on blocks, but we'll at least get a bit of an idea of how they go. So, I think we've got the jack stand out. Here's the jack stand out. You maybe bring the camera from the top here, and you can see that it's still sticking out a little bit from the top of the rim, so top of the guard, and we really need that tyre coming right in. So you keep it there, and let's have a bit of a look and see what happens. Here we go, Tom. Here we go, down she goes. Come on, Mr. Tyre, slide out. Is it sliding out? Right, that's fine, that's fine. Now we'll just give it a bit of...
Looks pretty good to me.
Mate, that's absolutely perfect. That is absolutely bang on, Tom.
Yeah.
How awesome does that look?
That looks cool.
Hey?
Looks much better.
How wicked is that?
Yeah.
Mate, that is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Looks good.
Oh my God, look how fat this thing looks at the back. You know that song? I like big butts and I cannot lie. That looks absolutely outstanding. Mate, that looks killer. I think, in all sincerity, that would be what I call job done.
Yeah.
Awesome work. Next one though, we're gonna do that front end.